Good morning, everyone. By request, I am attempting to do a story time with Xahn vid today. Wish me luck. This will be God knows how many attempts over the last week. And there I just went again. This is exactly what's been happening pretty much every time I go to try to record this video. I'll be mid-sentence, mid-thought, and then all of a sudden it's just like, what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. So anyway, I'm going to be doing another of my works today. This is a poem that I wrote in my early days of college. It is called Sweetened Tea. I hope you enjoy. Once was a girl as fair as sun-sweetened tea. She played in the wildflowers, but was lost in the sea. The girl was a gem, it was easy to see, as she danced and played, lost in thought and memory. But an ominous darkness swept over it all. Now she was lost, no longer carefree. The darkness had found her. It hated her passionately. So it stole all her sunshine, sapped all her glee, nixed all her joy, and replaced them with melancholy. She fought hard, she struggled, tried hard to get free, but it locked up her soul and forbid her the key. Her childhood bliss collapsed like a card castle sea, and her heart grew so dim she could not disagree. She fell into darkness as deep as the sea. In this darkness she floated, unable to see that sunshine and joy alone were the key. Sunshine and joy to replace misery. She's lost in the darkness of her thoughts and memories, a labyrinth from which only she herself can free. Like I said, this is a short work. When I was writing it, I don't entirely know where I was going with it. I know we were working on a rhyming scheme. That was our assignment with this one because I was writing this for creative writing. And I don't think that I intended for it to come through as as what, looking back on it now, I'm picking up pieces of. A lot of my poetry has a tendency to have this very melancholy, dark vibe to it. Part of that is due to the fact that when I was at my height of creative writing, I was also suffering from a very severe depression. I took many years for me to recover from that, and I got a lot of good writing out of it. But at the same time, it does hold a very dark side to it. And you can really see that in this one, despite its very light-hearted rhyming scheme and its very, I've forgotten the word here. It's not frivolous. It's going to drive me up a wall. Frivolry. That was the word that I wanted to just... No, frivolry isn't a word. Oh, who cares? Despite its very light-hearted tone and rhyme and the very upbeat way that it's designed to be read, the rhythm that it has, it does hold that very, very dark side to it. But what I get from this when I'm reading it is it's written from an outside perspective. The girl, the protagonist in the poem, she doesn't know how to resolve this situation she finds herself in. She doesn't know how to get rid of this darkness which has thrown her into melancholy. But what she doesn't realize is that she's never let go of that key, that will break the shackles, that will set her free. That is her own personal hope. That drive to hunt out and pull up the joy in life, the happiness, the hope. I frequently, having gone through a depression as great as I went through, I have a tendency to be mentor to friends and others who are having difficulty with something in their life, that are suffering from melancholy of varying degrees, and are finding it very hard to struggle, are finding the struggle to maintain hope, or to find happiness, or to feel relief from their doubts, their insecurities, their dread. I explain it this way. I come across as a very optimistic person. And indeed, I consider myself a very optimistic person. But being optimistic, there are two types of optimistic people. There are those people who are just naturally happy. They've never had anything bad happen to them, and they're just naturally that happy all the time. And then there are the people who have hit the very bottom of the lows, who have reached the point where they could find no hope, where all they wanted was hope and it wasn't there. And they're now an optimistic person because they refused to give up. They reached and they grabbed and they took hold of life with both hands and said, I won't let go. I refuse to be beaten. And I'm one of the latter. Every day for a very long time was a constant struggle of telling myself, this is the good, and yeah, there's bad, but this is the good. And I'm going to look at the good because I need to remember the good. I need to remember the sunshine. I need to remember the joy. I need to remember how much I like the taste of sun-brewed sweet tea. I need to remember how much I love to smell daffodils when they're blooming in the early spring Easter lilies. Sorry. That was a little bit important. You can't focus on the negative. This is what I tell so many people that come to me who are stressed out about something. It's one thing to worry about something, to think about it productively, to work out a solution and move forward. It's another thing to sit there and slam your head into a brick wall over and over and over again when there's a path right there 5 feet to your left. That's my right. 5 feet to your left that you can go around. If you're going to sit there and slam your head into the wall, you are focusing on the negative. What you need to do is you need to stop and you need to look and find the sunshine, find the alternate path, find the good, find the joy, find that glass of good cold iced tea, or nice, warm, comforting hot tea, or that very relaxing beer, or whatever floats your boat, chocolate bar, whatever. Find that thing, that one good thing, and consciously say to yourself, I am going to focus on this. It doesn't matter if the whole rest of my world falls to shit. this is what I'm going to live my life around. This is where I'm going to get my hope. And this is how I'm going to motivate myself to move forward. And that's what this poem is all about. It's about those people who are focused so hard on that innocent bliss that comes from ignorance, that comes from not seeing the hard things, from not noticing the darkness. And this is a call out saying, all you have to do is fight and struggle and find that good thing. And once you've done that, it's not easy, but it's doable. And that is important. This poem is just, it's something that literally fell out of my heart. And I really hoped you enjoyed it. Look forward to Storytime with Xahn next week. Maybe next week I'll have something a little bit longer for you. I do plan on doing another one of my own personal works. And I look forward to talking to you guys again. We're signing off. Pachoo!